Hi, I'm Aileen and I work with stressed out managers in the third sector to help them work out the next steps of their career without burning out. I also work with neurodivergent people to help them make the most of their strengths and figure out strategies to help them deal with any challenges they're facing in the workplace. Today's video is all about the environment at work. If you're not happy at work, you might think it's because you're in the wrong job, but perhaps it's your environment rather than your job. If you put a plant in the shade where it needs sunlight to grow, it won't survive. It needs the right environment to thrive. And it's the same with people. And it's not just the physical space you inhabit that's important. If you're in an environment where it's safe to speak up, where you're respected, and where your ideas are valued, you will achieve so much more. Whenever I've changed jobs, it hasn't always been the day-to-day work that's prompted me to leave. Sometimes it has been a very unhealthy working environment. Even if you're passionate about your work, being in a toxic environment or working for an organisation whose values are not aligned with your own can make you want to leave. It's not always an easy decision. You might feel as though you're letting people down if you leave. You might be worried that you could end up in the same situation somewhere else. If you're in this position, take a moment to think about your environment. Does it help you or does it hinder you? What kind of environment do you need to enable you to thrive? If you've realised that your environment is hindering you, think about whether you have any control over the situation. Can you change anything to improve your environment? If you can't change anything and you decide that leaving is the only option, don't think about what you might lose if you leave. Think about what you might gain if you're working in a healthier environment for an employer who shares your values. There's always a risk when changing jobs, but weigh up whether staying in an environment that's making you hate your job or feel worn out is better than taking the risk of going elsewhere. Talk it over with someone who can be impartial, such as a coach, who won't try to influence your decision one way or another, and who can discuss different options with you to help you come to a decision. You want to be able to thrive at work, so if you're not thriving, ask yourself what you need to change, your environment or your job. That's all for today. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll be back next week with another video.